One thing I never seen nobody keep it, they never kept it a buck. When they give you prison stories, they give you the glorification of it. And at the end, they say, I'm not glorifying this. I don't want y'all to go out there and do crime. But the way you told the story, it sounded like a glorification. And that's not their fault. That's because people are not real good storytellers. So that's why when I tell a story, I get straight to it. I tell you what it is. Like the real ugly side of prison. I told y'all what it's like. I told you the ugly side, that there's going to be a time when you're going to have to take showers with other men. And you may be getting in the shower with your slippers on, and the dude next to you might have fungus in his toes. You don't know. Now you get foot fungus. This dude may have a bad rash on his body. The water's bouncing off of him and it's bouncing onto you. Now you got a rash. They don't tell you about those parts of prison. They don't tell you about the parts when the police tell you got a double bunk with another inmate that's not compatible with you. When I say not compatible, I mean you could be locked up for 5 grams of crack cocaine. This dude they trying to put you with is a cold-blooded murderer. He killed 10 people and ate their fingers and buried their 10 toes all over New York City. Talk back to me. They don't tell you about that side. They don't tell you about the side that the dude that you bunk with, like with me, they bunked me with a guy, several people. My first bunkie, he really killed people and buried their body parts all throughout Manhattan and Central Park. Quiet white guy. You would never think. My next bunkie shot his school up. He had a shotgun. He let off 2 shots. He was from upstate. And it wasn't big in the news, but this was my bunkies. He shot the school up. And when he got in the classroom, the teachers wound up taking him down. He was about to let everybody have it. You would never think that this guy did that. They put me with the crazies. I don't know why they did it, but then the psychologist wound up telling me, we put certain people in a cell with you because we know that you're not compatible with them, and we want to see how you deal with the change, the transition, all that talk and everything that we do, because it was a program I was in. All the talk and the change that you did, or you claim you did on yourself, we want to see if you were able to deal with people that you just don't like. They put a rapist in my cell. I had to deal with it. I had to talk with him. They was challenging you in there. And that's why now, today, I am the way I am. They gave me another bunkie one time that he cut up. He cut up right in front of me. He just cut his wrist. He couldn't take it no more. What the fuck? What you doing? What you up there doing? I had another bunkie. He used to jerk off all the time. He was up there and the whole bed used to be shaking. The first night, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. He must got the chills or something. The next night, he was jerking off. Get down, man. What you doing? Huh? Oof. That's when you give the gut shot. Oof. When you hear that, oof. You give him the oof. I have to give him the oof. What you doing? Come on, dude, man. We're in prison, man. Now go stand on the gate. Go stand on that gate. And you better not leave it until the CO comes. And guess what the CO did? Let me explain something to you, asshole. He talking to me. This man in here beating off all kind of crazy shit. I done gave him the oof. He telling the CO, I can't stand here. He's crying on the gate. The CO says, if he dies, you're going down for it. He already got me. He's killing this guy in the cell. I said, if he dies, what are you talking about? Yeah, killing him. Oh, yeah, whatever, man. But these are the things, the challenges that you're going to face, that I had to face. And you may face far worse. That's part of it. That's just the beginning. That's not nothing. That's just your bunkie. Let's talk about things that you're going to see, which I spoke the other night about spitback. I told you all about spitback. Spitback is when a guy that was on drugs, on dope, and he's in the methadone program, and he wants to sell his methadone, and it comes in a liquid form. They drink it out the window, but they don't swallow it. They hold it in their mouth, and they spit it back inside of a glove. And they spit, and there's all kind of shit in there with it, and they sell it to the guy, and the guy takes it and sucks it right the fuck up. The same spit that this guy just had in his mouth, he sucks it up. All they do the steps. He stand on top of the steps, he stand down, and he open his mouth. And he spit it down in his mouth. That's how disgusting it was. I had to deal with disgusting shit like that. Disgusting. I told you, you want to get high in prison? You want to smoke weed? You want to smoke stuff in prison? You're going to be smoking doo-doo. You're going to be smoking pure shit. I told you, I used to get weed in prison. You either put it up your ass or you can swallow it. I used to swallow the balloons. It sit in my body. I try to throw it up. It don't come out. I shit it out in the next 2 days. Light it up. Whole house smelling like pure doo-doo. That's what you're going to be dealing with. You want to smoke weed? Okay, go on and smoke this shit. Literally, smoke this shit. Doo-doo shit. Talk like the 10. I'm talking to you. Somebody get in my comment section. They're not telling you the side of prison. They're not telling you the ugly side that a sneak thief can come in your cell when you leave and the COs be down with it and they'll pop, open your cell up. Sneak thief go in there, clean your whole cell out, right? And this is the sarcasm of these motherfucking sneak thieves. They'll clean your whole cell out and they'll take the state towels, state green towels that they give you, and they'll decorate your cell with it. They'll put a towel over your locker, over your bed, and make your cell look nice and clean. You come back to a whole green cell. You're like, oh, hold on, this ain't my cell. I know my cell had a burgundy blanket in it, had pictures of my girl. All that's gone. All of it, gone. He done snuck thief you. And nobody don't know nothing, didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing. Next thing you know, you get a note on your bed. Yo, I know who got your pictures of your family. Because you know pictures is precious to you. You know, that's your precious. That's all you have in prison when it comes to family. You want them, come to the yard and bring 2 crates of cigarettes with you. You can get your pictures back. Now you got to make a decision. Do you come to the yard with a knife and stab everybody who comes up to you? Yo, you want them pictures? Do you do that? Do you come out and go stab crazy? Or do you come out with them 2 crates or 3 crates of cigarettes and give it to them to get all your pictures back of your family? Because guess what they doing with your family pictures? Your girl pictures, the more negligee, nice pictures your girl sent you. Then they sell jerking off. They selling the pictures to other people, telling them, yo, here, you can have the pictures for the night. $5, $10. They beating off to your girl pictures. So now when they go on a visit and they see your girl, now they looking at your girl. Looking at your wife. Looking at your children. You got freaks, you got nutcases. They don't tell you about that side of prison. They don't tell you the nutty side. Yeah, we getting on nutty side of prison. We getting on nutty side of prison. We getting on the side that people don't talk about. We gonna talk about the side when dudes be beating off to the CO. Now, beating off means jerking off. They be jerking off to the female COs that walk by. They be right there in the cell, jerking off. And the female walk by, and he's standing there with his damn kizak in his hand, beating off. They don't tell you about that side. And these same dudes that's beating off, they not rapists, they not molested, they so-called real dudes beating off. Don't nobody say nothing about that. They don't say nothing about that freaky, crazy side. It goes down in there. They don't tell you about that side right there. They don't tell you about the part where dudes be ready to hang up. Hang up means kill yourself. Put a rope around it. Let it go. It's time to go to the upper room. They don't tell you about the upper room. Yeah. You know how many brothers done hung up? Done killed themselves? Because they couldn't take it no more. The parole board kept hitting them. I know a guy that was in prison for over 35 years. He went to over 10 parole boards. The last one he went to, he gave up. White guy. He said, I'm done with this shit. You ain't gonna keep playing with my life. I'm just gonna end it here. They don't tell you about when people be hanging up. A guy hung up. Listen, see, I'm superstitious. I be thinking crazy shit. A guy hung up one time. And guess what they did? Moved me right in the cell that he hung up. I'm not going in there. What do you mean you're not going in there? Do no habla inglés? Motherfucker, I don't care who you are. Take me to the box. I'm not going in that cell. That man was just hanging up in here. He was just hung. His spirit's still in there. I'm not going in that cell. He gonna be haunting me at night. They don't tell you about that side right there. They don't tell you about the side where dudes that came in hard. Yeah, son, word to mother. And they leave out with lipstick on. Hi, everybody doing? How y'all doing? They don't tell you about that side, huh? And they think that everybody in prison is hard up. That is not the case. That is far from the truth. Far from the truth. They try to make it seem like everybody in prison is hard up. Brothers run around having sex. I gotta always emphasize it, and it's imperative that you listen. Brothers in prison get trailers, FRP, conjugal visits, meaning that they get to go out in a house, a real house, 2-3 bedroom house with their family for 3 days with their wives. They could do whatever they want to do out there. No supervision or nothing. Guys have sex on the visit. Guys could beat off. Guys could make Fifi bags. I told you about Fifi bags. So don't think that everybody in there is having sex. Usually the guys that's into homosexuality are in relationships with the homosexuals they're with. So don't get it twisted and think all that don't drop the soap and all this other shit. That's in the 60s and the 70s. That's not going on right now. But there's certain things that they do not tell you about. There's certain things they don't tell you about when them COs be threatening you and telling you, listen, tonight we're going to come and kill you. They don't tell you about that part. Yeah, literally. They tell you we're going to come and kill you. I'm telling you facts. It happened to me. What are you going to do? All that tough guy, all that, yo, shun. What you going to do when 5 big white Klansmen talk about they going to kill you tonight? Get out of line one more time. Let's see what your response be. That'll straighten you right the fuck out. You get the Clinton, Dannemora, or Attica. They tell you right there when you get off the bus. Y'all could cut and stab each other all y'all want. You touch one of ours, we're going to send you home in a box. Or we're going to paralyze you. Yeah, we're going to talk about the brothers. They done paralyzed. They done paralyzed brothers. Done broke brothers' spines. They walking. You be thinking they handicapped people that was in prison. No. That man came in here walking just fine, working out. He was regular. The police done beat him and fucked up his disc in his back, and now he walking with the hand to the chest. Man, listen, man. They don't tell you about that ugly side of prison. And guess what? The next time, I'm going to tell you about the emotional side. And I told you about it before. And I got to tell you all again.